You wake up on a random Tuesday and something feels different. You can't explain it. You just know somehow, with total certainty. Today, no one can say no to you. Not your boss. Not a stranger. Not anyone. For the next 24 hours, every single request you make will be granted. No exceptions. No refusals. The only question is, what do you actually do with power like that? The test, you don't believe it at first. So you test it small. You ask a barista for a free coffee. She says yes without hesitating, doesn't even blink, like it's the most normal thing in the world. You ask a stranger on the street for $20. He hands it over, smiling, like he's been waiting all day for someone to ask. It's real. Somehow, impossibly, it's real. And the second you believe it, the second it sinks in that today has no rules, your brain starts doing the thing every human brain does. The moment limits disappear, it starts asking, how far does this go? Stage 2. The upgrade, you start small, but small doesn't stay small for long. You walk into a luxury dealership and ask to test drive the most expensive car on the lot, alone. No salesman in the passenger seat. They just hand you the keys. You call your landlord and ask him to cancel this month's rent. Done. No argument. You ask your boss for a raise, not a reasonable one, a ridiculous one. He approves it on the spot, like the number you said was completely normal. By noon, you're not testing the power anymore. You're living inside it, and it feels incredible, the kind of freedom most people spend their entire lives chasing and never catch. But there's a small detail you haven't noticed yet. Everyone saying yes to you isn't doing it because they want to. They literally cannot do anything else. Stage 3. The line you didn't mean to cross. This is where it stops being a fun thought experiment. You ask someone you've had a crush on for years out on a date. They say yes immediately, too immediately. There's no nervous laugh, no hesitation, none of the messy, real uncertainty that makes a yes actually mean something. You realize sitting across from them at dinner that you don't actually know if they want to be here. You ask your friend to tell you a secret they've never told anyone. They do, and you watch something break behind their eyes as the words come out. Like they're horrified they're saying it but physically can't stop. This is the part nobody warns you about in the fantasy version of this power. It was never about people agreeing with you. It was about removing their ability to disagree. And those are not the same thing. Stage 4, the temptation. By the afternoon, you understand exactly what you're holding. A day where consent isn't really consent anymore. Just compliance with no escape hatch, and the temptation gets louder. You think about everyone who's ever wronged you, every boss who disrespected you, every person who broke your trust, every uncomfortable conversation you've avoided for years because you were scared of the answer. Today, you could get any answer you wanted from any of them. You could ask your ex why they really left. You could ask a rival to admit, out loud, that you were right all along. You could ask for things that would humiliate people who've humiliated you. The power doesn't tempt you toward generosity. It tempts you toward control. That's the part that should scare you more than anything else today has shown you. Stage 5. The cost. As the hours run out, you start noticing the wreckage. The barista who gave you free coffee got written up by her manager for an inventory shortage she can't explain. Your landlord is quietly panicking about a budget hole he can't account for. Your boss is going to have to explain an irrational raise to people above him who will absolutely ask why. None of them chose any of this. You did. They just lost the ability to stop you. With an hour left, you finally ask yourself the question you should have asked at the very beginning. Not what can I get away with, but what did I actually want before I knew I could just take it? The answer is smaller and more honest than anything you asked for today. At midnight it ends. No warning, no ceremony. The world just quietly goes back to having rules again. People can say no to you now. Somehow that feels like relief, not loss. This was your life with one day where no one could refuse you. The fantasy was never really the power. It was finding out exactly what you do with it and having to live with the answer. If this is the kind of story that gets you thinking, not just entertained but actually thinking, that's exactly what this channel is for. Hit subscribe because next time, the rule changes. Different power, different cost, same questions every time. What would you actually do with it? Do let me know in the comments which power you'd like the next video to be about.